Greetings in the Lord. Our verse today is from Ruth chapter 1 verse 16. But Ruth said, "Do not press me to leave you and to turn back from your company. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you live, I will live. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God." Dear friends, our verse today captures a major theme in the book of Ruth, which is from emptiness to fullness. And it centers around Naomi and her daughter-in-law Ruth. Naomi departed the land of Bethlehem in Judah in the company of her husband and her 2 sons to the land of Moab in search of greener pastures. The 2 sons married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. It was a happy family, perhaps one full of life. But things turned around. Her husband, Elimelech, died, and her 2 sons also died. What a misfortune. The life of Naomi became empty, even that of Ruth, as she lost the love of her life. Naomi was emptied of all her sources, her food, her home, and her male support, to the extent that she blamed God for her ordeals when the people of her hometown came to welcome her back in Bethlehem. She said to them, "Do not call me Naomi, call me Mara, because Shaddai has made my life bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty." Ruth 1:20-21. It was on the background of this emptiness that Naomi encouraged her daughter-in-law Ruth to return to her people and her God as Orpah, her colleague, did. Ruth had to make a life-changing decision between her own people and their God, with whom she was familiar, or her mother-in-law and her alien kinsmen and their God. And the response of Ruth is our verse today. In this verse today, it is one of the most memorable speeches in the Bible. It is famous for its poetic beauty, extraordinary courage, and the spirituality it expresses. Ruth made a radical self-sacrifice to abandon every base of security that an average woman would cling to, just to be attached to a fellow widow whose life was decorated with emptiness and bitterness. This, for me, is an expression of great commitment which leads to fidelity, even when there seems to be nothing to hold on. And this is made clear in Ruth's concluding oath in Ruth 1:17, which gives the entire speech the flavor of a formal pledge of commitment. Dear friends, commitment is an essential element of any serious relationship with God or with human beings. Unfortunately, this is lacking in most relationships today. We all need commitment as priests, as ministers of the gospel, as married people, even as friends at whatever level. Commitment entails the placing of the other person first. And this is what Ruth did in her great speech. She said, "Wherever you go, wherever you live, I will live. Your people, my people, and your God shall be my God. Wherever you die, I will die, and there I will be buried." In most relationships, so much emphasis is placed on fidelity. You cannot have fidelity when there is no commitment. This commitment here demands 3 important elements. 1, an appeal to resist all pressures to break the relationship. 2, it demands commitment to the other person for life. And 3rd, the acceptance and adoption of the other person's family and faith. This is what Ruth did, and her pledge to Naomi is among the highest expressions of commitment in the Bible. And that's why I propose it as a model for relationships at every level. At the end of this story, Ruth conceived and gave birth to a son, and they named him Obed. And Obed became the father of King David's father, Jesse. We see that in Ruth 4:17. This story shows us that when you make God the anchor of your commitment and your sacrifice, God turns around your story from misfortune to fortune, from shame to celebration, and from emptiness to abundance. As you make God the anchor of your commitment and your relationships, may God turn your pain to gain, your bitterness to sweetness, and the darkness around you into a bright light. Amen. God bless you. Have a nice day.